Hi, this is Frido. I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of Slay the Text, which is a text-based recreation of Slay the Spire, written entirely in Python. And yeah, so let's just jump right on in. This is what you see when you start the game. It says a couple of things I'm going to show you anyway, and then it asks you whether you want to load a save game. We don't have one, so we navigate this menu as most menus by typing the corresponding numbers. So do you want to load a save game? No. And then it starts. The game starts always in on Neow's Blessing. It always acts like you've cleared Act 1, so it always gives you 4 options. This is just for convenience sake. And yeah, you can choose any of these. For simplicity's sake, I will just take the third one, which is gain 250 gold and lose 6 HP. So what I do then is I just type the number 3 again and hit enter, and then it says receive 250 gold and now has 349 gold. I already see that it doesn't tell you that you've lost 6 max HP, which, well, let's see anyway. Okay, and then now we have 3 options. We can look at our deck, which is number 1. Let's do that for a second. So we can see the deck. This is the standard deck of strikes, defense, and stuff that, like the silent hazards at the beginning. We can display the map. That will jump a bit. This is my implementation of the map. We can see that we are currently at the start, and we have 4 options, which are all creeps. Creeps are the normal monsters. Then there are events, shops, elites, chests, and fires. And fires would be the campfires. And of course the boss at the very end. And there's the super, which is the super elite. You can find him or her once per act. So yeah, that's Act 1. So we can that's the kind of map. We can just kind of look at it and plan our route. The way the routing works is you can see these dashes. From the start, you have a connection to every other, to everything on the next floor, which are the 4 creeps spots. And then for example, when you go to this creep spot, you can only go to the one on the left, which is supposed to be shown by the fact that this is a left-facing dash symbol. It's a dash, whatever it's called. You can see it. And then, for example, if we go to this one, we have the option of going down or to the left, and so on. And then sometimes on the outside, like for example here, you can see you can go from this. If we were there, we could go to the event one, to the elite, or the creep one. And yeah, we could plan our route here, but I really don't want to do it. Let's just go ahead. So the most important thing is we can type on next floor here, which is the number 3. I don't know. Oh yeah, it shows. Yeah, never mind. So number 3, we click on next floor, and then the map will spawn once again, showing you, and it gives you the 4 options here, the place we want to go. This is a bit inconvenient, of course, because you have to scroll up. But that's it. And then let's go to creep number 1. So we go to number 1. That's from left to right. Whoops, sorry. From left to right, that is. So let's type enter. And now we are in a fight. So yeah, that's the message at the beginning we get from our relic, which allows us to draw 2 more cards at the beginning of the turn. I forgot, it's not Bag of Preparation, but it has the same effect. Ring of the something. We can also and then we see our hand. So these are the cards we have in our hand, their energy cost. And yeah, there we can see our whatever that is called. Our status, which is our name, then our max HP and the HP we have left, and the energy that we are currently having to play cards. And this is our enemy. It's a cultist. And next to his name and his HP values, we can see his intention, which is to buff this round. So we have time to maybe just attack him. Then we have 5 options. We can either play a card, we can use a potion, we can update opponents, which can be useful sometimes. That's just actually maybe something that I wouldn't really need anymore. Yeah, that will be removed at some point. It doesn't do anything. And then we can show our relics. That's more important. That we can see we currently have the Ring of the Snake. We can, for example, if we don't know what that does, I can just type it and type enter, and then it says Ring of the Snake, and it just gives you the description, which is at the start of each combat, draw one additional card. Draw 2 additional cards. And yeah, so, but of course we will probably we just want to play a card, which we do by typing 1. Then we can see our hand. And then we can decide what we want to do. Let's maybe play a strike card. We can also, just in this menu, just everywhere we can kind of type the things out if we don't know what they do. So strike, what does a strike do? It deals 6 damage. It gives you a dumb message here, which I will have to remove. And yeah, it deals 6 damage, and it costs 1 energy. So let's do that. Let's play it. Playing is always done by typing in the number. So let's say let's play our first strike card, and then we can choose our enemy. We can here see again his name, HP, and instant tension, and behind that we can see how much damage he would receive. So I don't know if we had some kind of strength buff or if the enemy was vulnerable, we would actually see the actual damage that would deal. The info we get here is just the general, the value printed on the card, whereas this one is dynamic, so it will tell you hopefully the correct amount of damage that you will deal based on weakness, vulnerabilities, strength, and whatever. So yeah, so we attack him. If we didn't want to attack him, we could just skip here and it would bring us back to the other screen, but we of course want to hit him. Good. And we've done that, and now it says the opponent has taken 6 damage, and we can see that we have 2 energy left. So I will play another card. Now we don't have the strike in our hand, luckily that worked. And we play another strike. So I typed 3 there, and I will choose the cultist again. And I play a card again, and I play Neutralize, which after I can still show you what it does here. Neutralize. You can also type it wrong, by the way, a bit. So you can type it in a small. It's not case sensitive to a degree. So yeah, we can see Neutralize is a card, and it does 3 damage. Applies 1 weak, and it doesn't cost any energy. Yeah, and it gives you this message again, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, we pick the opponent we want to target, which is the cultist. He's taking 3 damage, and finally, last for this turn, we pick card number 4, and we attack him again. So we can see we've done a bit of damage. We don't have anything to do anymore because we don't have any energy. We don't have any potions. If I type on 2, we can use a potion, but it says you don't have any potions in your potion bag. It's something I kind of added. I mean, the word potion bag, of course. And yeah, and then let's type end turn. It's just 5. And then a new turn starts. We can see the cultist has now 5 ritual. Oh yeah, and he has, yeah, I don't know whether that's actually, oh yeah, that makes sense exactly, because now he has 5 strength and he attacks for 6 now. And ritual, and that's something I haven't implemented, so you can't type ritual and it won't tell you what that does. It doesn't also, so you kind of have to know what happens, but you'll quickly see that every turn his strength rises by 5. If you've played Slay the Spire before, even a bit, you've probably met the cultist and you've probably slayed him too. So, so this now I'm going to play a bit quicker, just to kind of show you more parts of the game. So I will strike him, I will strike him again, and I will play a defend card. I will end my turn. He has attacked me. I can see the sign has taken 1 damage. That's because I played 1 defend card, and I don't have any block left. So that's the next turn. I will strike him again, and I think I can actually kill him now, just by the looks of it. That's it. And yes, and then I can play the end turn. All right, and now we've beaten the enemy. We get to our reward screen, and we see that we have a card reward and a gold reward. We didn't get any potions, unfortunately. So first, let's claim the gold. That's always a gimme. So we have 366 gold. I should have checked whether we have a route to a shop. and maybe we can do that. Yeah, and a card reward. Let's see. Oh, and let's look at that. We got offers footwork, masterful step, and flying knee. Again, if we wouldn't know what these do, we can type footwork, and it will say, gain dexterity. I think it's correct to just take a basic attack here. So I will do that. I will pick the flying knee, which does what does it do actually? Flying knee, deal 8 damage, yeah, and you gain next turn, you gain 1 energy. Also, it costs 1 energy, so it kind of, does that. That's, I think, a solid card. And I will take it. So I added it to my deck. I can now, if I want to, show my deck, and I can see that flying knee is into it. So next floor, let's see. I can scroll up a bit, and let's see if we can't get to a shop. So yeah, that looks like we inevitably will come to a shop if we just walk down here. So let's go to creep 1 to enter this event and fight that creep and go to this shop, and I think then we can kind of call it a day. So that's creep, and here there's another basic encounter, which is the medium and the small acid spike slime combination. And let's hope, let's say, it's quite the encounter. So we take 18 damage. I think just for the quickness sake, I just want to attack this small spike slime with my flying knee. I can see that next turn I will receive 1 extra energy. This color code should of course be yellow of 2, but it isn't. I will play another card. I will neutralize the opponent that does more damage. Maybe that one should also say preview that you will apply 1 week, but it doesn't yet. You can here only see that that you will receive 1 damage. So I will weaken the acid slime, or I could honestly, I will just kill the spike slime like that. So and I'm sorry for going very quickly here. I just played Survivor, which now gives me a context menu where I have to pick the number of the card that you want to discard. It doesn't matter at that point because I don't have any energy left. And so I have 8 block now. That one will be previewed here as well, and I will take 4 damage. I think that's all right. And so here now the enemy will apply a debuff. We can see that here, so we can just kind of perk into him. And now we can see that we have 1 weakness, so 1 is just for this turn. If we had 2 weakness, that would carry over next turn. We can see that our enemy is attempting to attack. He will attack for 9 now, so we'll play 1 strike and 2 defense. I think, I don't know, I've of course played this a lot in the last 6 months, so I'm kind of fairly quick with all these numbers. I hope that you will be able to do that as well. Here's something interesting. So this time our enemy attacks for 8 and it applies a debuff. That's kind of the wording for if you have the tokens in the game in front of your eyes where there's a sword and then the green effects in the background. So if you played the game before, you know that would be the acid slime attacking you and giving you 1 slimed, putting 1 slime in your deck. So let's see. By the way, did I have more energy last turn? Did that work? Because I don't think it did. Never said 4 energy ever. No, you have 4 energy available. Cool. Yeah, great. Okay, yeah, glad to see that working. Okay, so yeah, we have the context menu here. Let's again, what do we want to do? Okay, we kill it. Yeah, we can just straight up kill it. Flying knee it to the face, and we end our turn. We've beaten it, very good. And now we will, of course, claim our gold reward. We will claim our card reward. I think I will take a backflip just to get some card draw going, and I will get my potion reward, and I get a block potion. I will of course take it. You can also skip it, but it tells you that you can still pick up the potion if you want. In that case, so yeah, let's take the block potion, and it's now in our potion bag. And now let's look at an event. Let's hope it's not an enemy encounter. Ah, yeah. So that's, yeah, they're also basically all the events are in the game with a couple of exceptions. I think, or maybe just one exception. There's one event in the non-Ascension mode of Slay the Spire where you can store a card for another run. That one is not in the game. I think besides that, all other events are in the game. Currently, there are no rules to the events, which is to say that events, like for example, there are some events that I think are rarer than other events. I haven't figured that out. So currently, all of them can just spawn with the same likelihood, and there's some events that kind of check whether you can, like there's a fountain event which will purge what's it called, which will purge your curses from your deck, and that event isn't that event, for example, it is in the game, but it will just show it has a normal chance to spawn at any time. But it actually should only spawn if you have a curse in your deck that can be removed, which, by the way, reminds me that I have forgotten to add the Ascenders Bain to the deck. But all right, you'll get it. So yeah, but this one, what's that? That's the remove a card from your deck fountain. I've copied all the text from the game, like 99% is just copied. I think I've added a couple of lines sometimes if I wanted to, if I felt particularly creative. But the function, I didn't change any design decisions. So all of these are as they work in the game, besides what I just said about them spawning if they shouldn't. But yeah, let's just do a bit of let's pray here, remove a card. As a good Slay the Spire player, always, of course, you get the text here. Someone once told you of a bit of culture, a giant bird. As you kneel and pray, you begin to feel lightheaded, and we remove a strike. If we wanted to, we could remove like a neutralize with like the typing in 12. It would work, but I don't want to do it. I will remove the strike. And then it has just done that, and it also lost me my health. And then next floor we get to another creep, and that's a jaw worm. That's all right. I think we can handle him. Flying strike, and now he has 24 life left. He didn't know what hit him, so he's 9. He's just buffed himself, so it has just buffed itself. He's 9 block and 5 strength. Now it will attack 4/12, and it will also block, which is alright. I will backflip now. And now I have a couple of more cards in my hand. I will weaken him, which makes it that he will attack for that much. So I can just kind of hammer in, and I didn't deal any damage. Great. And this time he won't attack. Very good. Just spam these, just strike him down. Now he attacks for 22. I hope I've drawn some attacks. I have, so strike. And he has some block. Okay. That's actually then closer than I thought it would be. So the jaw one has been defeated, and we will end our turn. Yeah, that's something so you, after you've killed an enemy, you still have to end your last turn. It's just something that currently works as it does. And then we can gain gold and card rewards, and let's take, what does dodge and roll do? I can actually type it a bit wrong here, and it will still kind of get that dodge and roll. Yeah, it seems alright. Let's take it, and let's go to the next one. Let's go to a shop. And now we are at a shop. We can see we currently have 396 gold. We have 5 cards offered. I don't think actually these ones, I think, should be like 1 attack. Was it like 2 attacks? 1, or maybe it's just a rarity actually. That's, oh yeah, I think that works already. I think these ones, like the 5th card, if you have a Slay the Spire shop in your face, like in front of your mental eye right now, I think this is just rarity here. So the top left card in the shop is just a common card. I think it's like 2 commons, 2 uncommons, and 1 rare card. And I think I have that going. Does it say on there? yeah, that's a bit dumb. There should be a new line here. Masterfoot stab, for example. Oh, it wasn't smart enough to. Maybe it missed. Let's do flechettes. Ah, yeah, it doesn't say its rarity. That's something that's missing. But that can be easily added at some point. Yeah, but I'm fairly sure that already works. So we can see we have like the 5 cards of. We have the 5 cards here of the silent attacks. So red cards are always attacks. It's a bit inconsistent. Then we have the white cards are the neutral cards, Impatient and Transmutation. You can also check out what these would be doing. I won't show it you again. Then we have potions here, and we have what's it called? Relics. Relics are always light red. Let's buy the bronze scales. Bronze scales. These are 108. That's dumb. That doesn't work, of course. You have to type in the number, not the price. Where is it? So it's number 12. So we've yeah, and then it says received minus 168 gold. That's just me being lazy, but it works accordingly. And we still have a lot of gold left, so maybe let's buy the Clockwork Souvenir as well. And we just missed the opportunity to remove a card, but we won't. So we leave with typing 15, and yeah, I mean, maybe let's go to one more event. Oh yeah, that's a fun one. That's a good way to start. Let's just spin the wheel. This is one of these events where you actually don't have to input anything. So for the like in the game, you just click the button. Here you can just type anything. It doesn't matter, and we'll spin the wheel. We'll just go kind of through it, and we got a relic. Very nice. So yeah, we can pick up the Snecko Skull. I don't actually know whether you get the option of skipping something at the wheel, but here you could. Let's just pick it. Of course, we have the Snecko Skull, and yeah, and that's kind of the game. Yeah, I hope you'll play it. If you find any issues with it, you can write me an email at slaythetext@gmail.com. And yeah, if nobody sees this video, then hello YouTube. And if you also if you don't want to write an email, you can of course also write something in the comments of this video. I suppose I will check them out if there were any people there for some reason. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful 29th of December 2021. See you around.